everyone. My name is Deva Hassan, and I am Principal and Investment Director at Heartland LLC. And more importantly, I have the honor of serving as the Chair of Bellwether Housing's Board of Directors. Well, here we are again in this virtual space. This is decidedly not how I envisioned welcoming you to our annual Closer to Home fundraiser. Like many of you, I miss the energy of in-person events, sharing, learning, celebrating together. And I eagerly await a time when it is safe for us to gather again. In fact, I developed a long list of keynote speaker suggestions for this event that I sent off to Amy, our Director of Development, last fall, in the hopes that we'd all be under one roof. I envisioned Ezra Klein, Deb Harland, or Ira Glass, or maybe all three, sharing their perspective and stories with us in support of informing what and how we do what we do. But alas, no go. But as my 3-year-old wisely reminds me, I'm flexible. You can be flexible too, Mama. So, in the spirit of flexibility, we are doing something a little different. Today, you'll choose your own interactive adventure, which is actually super awesome. In a time where we, and in particular our residents, have all felt like so many things are out of our control. Today, we all get to have a little agency, some choice on how we want to navigate our path. You'll have the opportunity to get updates on Bellwether's work, mingle with others virtually, and hear what our residents and staff have been up to this last year. These stories are really potent, both joyful and sobering. And don't worry, there will be plenty of time to hear luminaries in the future. For now, enjoy this year's virtual journey. But before we embark on our adventure, let's take a moment to center ourselves and honor the history and people who have stewarded the land and communities in which we do our work. The Coast Salish people, specifically the Duwamish, Snohomish, and Squamish people who are still here today and with whom Bellwether is partnering. We celebrate the resilience and strength that all Indigenous people have shown worldwide, and we commit to move beyond words and into programs and actions that fully embody a commitment to Indigenous rights and cultural equity. On behalf of the board, I'd also like to take a moment to commend the incredible staff of Bellwether Housing for working through another year of unforeseens. I especially wish to thank our frontline staff. I know that being on the front lines during the pandemic has been emotional and exhausting, yet so incredibly important. We are deeply appreciative of your tireless support of our residents and your commitment to ensuring their homes are places that offer respite during these tumultuous times. I'd also like to extend my gratitude to our many sponsors. Your partnership means that all the money raised today will support the work that Bellwether does to create stable communities and access to opportunity through affordable housing. Thank you to our visionary sponsors, Amazon, Turner Construction, U.S. Bank, and Walsh Construction. I also want to thank my fellow board members and our peer-to-peer champions who helped grow the impact of this event by inviting so many of you here today. Welcome. We're so grateful for your support of Bellwether and your enthusiasm around sharing the work we do with your friends, family, and colleagues. And finally, it's my pleasure to introduce Bellwether Housing's CEO, Susan Boyd. Since becoming CEO 5 years ago, Susan has led Bellwether with courage and innovation in the face of challenges none of us could have envisioned. Throughout the pandemic, Susan, alongside the broader team, has worked relentlessly to ensure that every one of our residents has the resources they need to remain housed. She has been essential in securing rental assistance for over 500 households impacted by the pandemic. She has ensured our construction projects stay on track and on budget and sought out new opportunities. She has intentionally looked beyond Bellwether and leaned into partnerships, the kind of partnerships that allow us to leverage our respective strengths to do more in pursuit of the broader mission. She has been the emotional and strategic compass of our organization as we collectively pilot these uncharted waters and accomplish an astounding amount towards alleviating our region's affordable housing crisis. Thank you, Susan. I turn it over to you.
Hello, and welcome to Closer to Home. Once again virtual, and that probably means that many of you are pretty darn close to home. likely in your home, in fact, as I have been for so much of the last 18 months. Today, you'll get to see some of the ways our organization brings thousands of families home, and through our relentless efforts to expand our mission, bring hundreds more families closer to home. And you'll see that we don't do this by ourselves. We leverage our strengths by partnering with others to create housing, to support our residents, and to advocate for policies and resources that further our shared vision of a community in which all people thrive. You, too, are a critical partner in our work. We're here today in part to ask for your direct personal contribution to our mission. Thank you in advance for helping us reach our goal of raising over $400,000 to support our work through this event. I also urge you to support us in our advocacy. We need all of you to push for public policies and resources like the Seattle Housing Levy, the King County Vets Seniors and Human Services Levy, the Washington State Housing Trust Fund, and the Federal Low-Income Housing Tax Credit. These resources are critical to our work, and we will not be able to meet this region's affordable housing needs without significantly expanding public investment in affordable housing. If you want to learn more about what you can do as an advocate, please check out the Support Us Advocate page on our website. Today, we've tried to create an experience here that's a little different than the remote event you did last year. You will find yourself in a virtual space in which you can click on a table and see an old friend, or meet someone you think might be a new friend. You can click on one of the virtual spaces to hear about a range of things going on at Bellwether, including updates about the 800 new homes we have in development, conversations with members of our facilities team about the essential role that they play in sustaining our buildings and our residents, reflections on our ongoing partnership with the University Christian Church community, who sold us the land on which the Arbora Court Apartments was built. You'll hear how they are continuing to contribute to the lives of the residents there. So turn on your camera and microphone, mingle, enjoy the video shorts, and if you need help navigating the virtual space, click on one of the help desks you see. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the residents and staff who've helped make this experience possible. I hope you enjoy your time with us, and I will see you in there.